Well, hello YouTube. Here we are with a 1 year later check-in on our deck project. Well, you remember this here project from last season. Essentially, we busted out the big concrete doorstep, pulled up the sidewalk blocks, pulled away majority of the gravel, framed up all the deck and all that good stuff, got her all squared away and going. I'll throw a few photos here just to refresh your memory. Well, of course, over winter, the deck did really well. It survived a snow load. There was quite a bit of snow on this little lower deck and a bit on the upper deck. I did keep majority of the upper deck, shoveled away, but we did get some snow on her. It fared the winter really well. My used or recycled stairs that I picked up, the paint is coming off the wood really good. I suppose I could run a sander around them, strip the rest of it off so it doesn't quite look, as bad. Well, I had on the agenda this spring to finish this here project, to put railings and spindles and gates and all that good stuff up. But due to, of course, the downturn in the Alberta economy, that had to be put on a bit of a back burner. By no means is this deck against code or needing railings or nothing. It's well below the the code mark for it, but I find that it does complete the deck, as well as just tells people where they need to walk and keeps people from falling off a side where they're not supposed to, right? Well, I've hosted some family events, had quite a few people on here, had quite a bit of good time on here, and this deck has really been a definite asset to the family. It's really done a lot of work, a lot of good for everybody. Of course, in the future, I'd like to recoat the deck with some kind of stain, just to protect the wood. Maybe next season we can put the railings up and everything like that. One of these days, or one of these years, I need to complete the landscaping and such around the deck. I'd like to put a sidewalk of some kind along this side of the deck here, just to, again, add a little bit of detail to it. I've been watching on the classifieds trying to find a used set of railings. Maybe one of the aluminum kind, the kind that never need to be touched up or painted, but they are few and far between, and when you do find them, they want a fairly good price for them, because they paid like $1,000 or more for the same little chunk of railing, so they want a pretty good price for it used. All in all, of course, with a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of know-how, anybody can build a deck. Of course, consulting your building codes, consulting your for hidden utilities like gas lines and stuff. If you're drilling into the ground, you want to make sure there's no hidden obstructions. Always, being mindful of that, because you don't need to be hitting a gas line or an underground buried electrical cable or whatever you got down there. Of course, in the future, I would like to complete this here project. I would like to get, all the railings, all the spindles, build a little bit of a barbecue type of cover in that corner there. Get that all squared away. There are several projects that have been on hold since everything changed, but it won't be like this forever, just a matter of hanging on until things get back to where they need to be. Eventually I'd like to put a little sidewalk of some kind behind the back side of the deck here, kind of leading, over there to the water tap, getting rid of all the ugly weeds, putting more rock and stuff like that in here. Of course, a little bit of a railing behind the barbecue. During windstorms, the barbecue tends to want to travel and fall off the back of the deck. When you walk on the deck, it hasn't really settled or shifted much at all. I haven't stuck a level on it this year, but it looks pretty square and stable. The doorstep itself, I would like to widen it a bit, maybe take another board or two deeper. I find when you step out of the door, the step itself is a touch on the small side. That might be just me, my own preference, but I built it small because I didn't want it to intrude on the deck, but it looks like it might have to go a board or two bigger just to give a little more stability when you're walking. Of course, it's hard to believe that, it's been just a little over a year now since I broke ground and did the deck project. It really didn't take that long to get her done. Once you got her done, worked through a little bit of rain, a little bit of snow, a little bit of heat. Got her all done early in the season last year, just enough to enjoy it for the summer, where a lot of people end up waiting till the summer and then building it and really don't get the enjoyment out of it until the fall. But pretty much, guys, this has been a bit of a look back 1 year later on our deck project. Not a lot of progress has been made again, but we will push on forward. Hopefully we can make some changes in the next year and everything can get back on track to where they need to be. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's World. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.